Thanks for coming back, fam. For my new viewers, my name is Elle, and I want to first say I'm sorry that my room is kind of messy. I just got some shoes. I just threw them down, threw everything down in the room. I just came from work because I really wanted to record because I have not been in, I've been off the radar for a couple of days, and I did not mean to be off the radar, but a lot was happening, so I will definitely fill you in on everything that has been going on. So first off, yesterday I saw my beloved, and we didn't see each other for too long, maybe about an hour. And we I'm sure we did spiritual work. It didn't really feel like we did spiritual work, but I'm sure we did. Um, and we just basically spoke. We talked and laughed. We were talking about how we are noticing more, well, how he notices more that the people around him are on a different wavelength than he is on, like completely different. Like basically, he he's seeing that he lives in a completely different world than his family members, his co-workers, his close friends, some of his closest friends, and he's dealing with that reality right now, along with every other thing, everything else that's happening to him. He has expressed to me that he believes he's channeling his sixth guide. Um, so yeah, that's what we spoke about yesterday. He's really noticing the differences in his perspective and other people's perspectives. He's also noticing, I guess I want to say the little things, and to him little things matter because when they become big, then he doesn't pay attention. Then he's like basically done. So he rather like pinpoint the little things before they become big, because that's it. Once they're big, he does not want to be involved anymore. So he's noticing that the little things are popping up more. Like the little things pop up, and these little things turn into little disagreements or little situations whereby he and the other person are unable to get to the point where they could agree that they don't see the situation the same way, but they don't necessarily have to agree, but they're not fighting about it. So he has not gotten to that point with the other person. He's gotten to that point with himself, with the situation whereby he may have expressed that to the other individual or individuals in the different situations and scenarios that he experiences, and he behaves like that, but he's not getting it reciprocated because the behavior and the communication that he is receiving in return is defensive and argumentative. And he has not told that to me, but I can tell by the way he explains the situations. And I do want to say that I understand that he's only giving me his perspective of the situation, and I'm able to bounce off a reason, or yeah, I guess that's basically it. A reason or an explanation as to why he received the response he responds, because um, I'm able I'm able to flip back and forth from being fleshy, human, extremely emotional, to being able to step outside of the situation, view different perspectives, possibly view different perspectives. And even if I'm unable to view these different perspectives, I am at the stage I'm at. I am willing to, and I understand that I don't necessarily have to agree with you. You don't necessarily have to agree with me. That doesn't mean that you're right and I'm wrong, or I'm right and you're wrong. That just means that we can't see each other's point of view at this moment. But I am open enough to say that I would like to see the other person's point of view, and I know that in time I definitely will see their point of view, and I ask that they give me some time to get to that point. So I have said that to people that I have dealt with. I haven't always said that. It's been more recently because of everything that I have learned and everything that I have experienced that I am able to communicate with other people like that. And I don't believe that the average human being communicates like that. Um, and if they are unable to verbally communicate like that, they should be able to show it in their actions. But I don't think that he has seen it action-wise either. Um, so that's what we were basically talking about, and then he put me onto that app, which is really really cool. And also the app also deals with another YouTube video that um, I cannot remember the name of this YouTube video, but you know what? I am going to post it underneath my comments. I'm gonna make sure that I post it so that you can watch it. I'm not gonna say too much about the video because I think that you should read up on it yourself. You can go to www. As a matter of fact, I'll post that also because I really want to talk about what's been going on. And I'm not here to promote other people's stuff, but I want to talk about what's really going on. What's been going on. So today we experienced a new moon partial solar eclipse, and I'm in the time zone in which we experienced the eclipse. The eclipse started around 5:40 and it ended around 7:40, I believe. And I usually travel home during that time and I'm underground, but I wanted to make sure that I was above ground, and something happened on my route home before I left work that made me not want to take the normal route that I take. And plus I was thinking, I might as well just stay overground and go home, and not have to go underground. So anyway, it all worked out. I ended up staying out in the street during the majority of the eclipse, but I ended up taking my route home underground for about an hour. When I came out, the eclipse was still happening. While the eclipse was happening, I was feeling dizzy. I still felt a little dizzy. I was dizzy maybe about even up to 10 minutes ago. I was feeling dizzy from the energy of the eclipse. But this is the crazy thing about the eclipse. Now, I'm going to be looking down because I'm going to be reading some information off of a site that I feel like is kind of sort of my Bible, with regards to me getting information about universal energy and how it will affect me. So basically, that's what I really do. I read different sites that provide information about universal energy, about energy, about what's going on with my zodiac sign, about what's going on with different individuals' zodiac signs, and then I try to sit back and see if other people are affected by what these sites are saying. And I have been reading these sites for years. I want to say I've been reading these sites for 3 years, and everything that these sites have written, I have witnessed and or experienced. So the one site that I said is my quote unquote energy Bible is Alpha Life Trends. And this site will give a monthly overview of the energy, and then it'll break it down by weeks. And then during the weeks, it'll, pinpoint specific things that are happening in the universe with regards to the planets, the alignment of the planets, the sun, the moon, the earth, and how all of these different energies affect what's going on earth, and how we behave. So for this week, I'm not going to read the whole thing because you can go to this site and read it yourself, but I'm just going to point out the things that apply to directly apply to me, and or have had an effect on me within the this week. And something in particular that stood out to me, this site talks about with regards to Mercury being in retrograde, which it is going direct today, and also the eclipse. So basically, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Eclipses occur every 6 months. So the last solar eclipse we had was in April of this year, April 28th of this year. So this solar eclipse is like the continuation of the events and or effects that happened from the April solar eclipse. In April, some things were happening to me, like my beloved reached out to me in April for the first time in, I want to say maybe like a year, maybe less. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I haven't counted. I'm not into counting, but it was quite a long time before. It was quite a long time since, not before, since he and I communicated, and he reached out to me in April. And he reached out to me 3 days before the solar eclipse in April. This solar eclipse, which is 6 months since the April solar eclipse, I saw him one day before the solar eclipse. In April, he gave me information. In October, he's giving me more information. So now I'm getting more information about him. And the eclipse, like it partially blocked something. This eclipse, the sunlight was partially blocked by the moon. So the moon blocked the sun from coming to the earth. The moon blocked light from coming to the earth. And the moon blocked information from coming to the earth. But the moon plays a significant role also, because the moon is associated with our emotions and water and tides. And if you think about it, our bodies are basically water. So the rotation of the moon and where it is in comparison to the earth and the phases of the moon definitely affect our bodies. So that also comes into play with regards to the solar eclipse. So let's get down to it. So this is the Alpha Life Trends is saying that, okay, on Thursday, which is today, the Sun and Venus enter Scorpio. It's okay if you don't understand this stuff. It's okay, because some of the time I don't understand it either, but I understand the gist of it. So I don't understand what the Sun and Venus in enter Scorpio mean, but as you continue to read, you'll get a better understanding. Just wanted to say that to you. So on Thursday, Sun and Venus enter Scorpio, highlighting the inner essence of each person. Sun and Venus usher in the solar eclipse with the purpose of opening new doors. I'm going to continue. Sun shines the light into the deeper elements within each person that are linked up to the changing outer situations. This becomes the early morning prelude to the early evening solar eclipse. The alignment occurs as the solar eclipse /new moon provides an awakening to the new beginnings that are emerging in your life. This solar eclipse is the second booking to the first solar eclipse on April 28th.
It's 9 o'clock.
Sorry, that's my computer, Tommy, telling me what time it is. Okay, on April 28th, that pushed you out of the old way and into new directions. The sun connects with the moon. The empowering new moon brings in beginnings that not only open major doors, but brings in solutions and promises of good things to come. The opportunities that surface on October 23rd, which was today, will begin to be rolled out, pull you along, and provide the threshold into a new life. So, I read this while I was on my commute home. And as I was reading it, I was completely dumbfounded because I remember April of this year. I remember when my beloved reached out to me. I remember writing in my vlog saying, I am so strong. He's reaching out to me on this metaphysical bowl. I can't believe that he's trying to talk to me about religion and all this other stuff. I'm such a different person. I'm so strong. Blah, 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 blah. And that was the door opening for us to realize that we are experiencing, and maybe I should stop saying experiencing, that we have this connection between us, that we share a twin flame energy. In my eyes, that's how I see it. So according to Alpha Life Trends, this solar eclipse will just like push that door even further open, because I know that that is my path. And although he might not see how some of his synchronicities align with the energy and the path of twin flames, but I do. And he will eventually see them. I know that he will. And just the fact that I'm reading this and I know it anyway. Just the fact, and I'm not saying that I know it because I know astrology, but I know it because I don't know the stuff that's in Alpha Trend's life per se, but I know that what is happening to him, what he's experiencing, the transformation that he's going through is the door opening for him to realize a lot of different things about who he is, what he's doing here, the gifts that he has, his talents, and a plethora of other things, as well as opening the door for me, opening the door for you, and opening the door for others. But I'm just saying, I can see the connection. Now that I'm reading this, it makes sense. It really does make sense. So this is where this energy is coming from. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so wow, right? So I just wanted to share that with you, fam. I think that is absolutely wonderfully crazy. I normally try not to read the forecast beforehand unless I'm feeling kind of funky. So I could also try to get a better understanding of why I'm feeling kind of funky, because I try to, normally feel really good. And if things happen, I do what I do. But sometimes when things happen, I start to do what I used to do, which is what I don't like to do anymore. And that's when I will jump on this immediately. I used to read this at the beginning of the week, or the day before the week started, just so that I would already know. But I have been trying to feel out the energy myself to see if I could, you know, see what's going on by myself, and then just use this as a reference to be like, aha. And that's basically what I just did. And I think that that's absolutely great. I wanted to share that with you. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be too long because I want to do some more reading. Actually, I want to do some more research on this energy and what's really going on, because I've been having visions about things that are going on with him. I've asked him to try to communicate with me telepathically during the course of the day if he can, so that we can work on our gifts together. We'll see what happens. I mean, he did try one night. He did send me some energy. Oh my goodness, my stomach was killing me. I knew he was sending me some energy, but I didn't know what it was. But we'll have to continue to work on stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not gonna keep you too long, and plus it's 9 o'clock and I want to get something to eat and I need to clean my room. But thank you for staying with me, and I will come back I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and I'm gonna really try to come back. Usually Friday nights are really hectic, but I'm gonna really try my best. Even if it's for like 10 minutes, I'm gonna try to come back. So yeah, have a good Thursday night, and enjoy the energy. I love y'all. I'll see you later.